You just tuned in to the Tiger Toledo Show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Notary Secrets, how to earn more without working more. I am your humble hip-hop sales coach, Tiger Toledo, and I am joined by my trusty mascot, the only notary with a mascot, Bernie, the Notary Bunny. Say hello, Bernie. What up? Quick disclaimer, because we're streaming on a few channels here. Please do not copy, reproduce, or remix my material without written consent, por favor, or we will send them dogs after you. You heard? So if you guys would like to stay in contact with me, here's the easiest way to do it. You can go to tigertoledo.com. That's where that's my global hub. I just keep that fresh with new stuff all the time. Or you can scan that QR code right there. All right? Tonight, what we're going to cover the many ways to make money as a notary professional. Challenges many notaries face every day. Your role as a notary entrepreneur on social media. The 4 major categories every notary must know, and the top 3 ways to cash flow your notary business. So real quick, if you'd like to go dark, I would highly recommend it, but it is your time. It is your life. I'm just happy that you're spending it with me. But to get the most out of this webinar, I would suggest to go dark. And to go dark, you must shut off all devices, because we live in a time where distraction is at an all-time high. People's attention span is less than a goldfish. And people are more interested in getting likes than cash. It's a different era, y'all. It's a different era. So if you guys want to go dark, shut off all your devices and let's go dark. My disclaimer to you, I can only help you make money. Finding happiness is your problem. Don't get the two confused, please. Finding happiness is different from making money. I got a buddy right now going through divorce. Company just made $1.2 million last year. Just found out that his wife was seeing another man for at least 2 of those years. He got the money. He could go to vacation. He could do whatever he wants, but it is not buying him happiness right now. So I can help you make money. Finding happiness is your problem. Fair enough? 2 very important questions. What city are you tuning in from? Type it in the chat, please, or type it in the queue, wherever you're tuning in from. Type it in the chat wherever you're tuning in from. What city are you tuning in from? Secondly, are you a new or advanced notary? Are you new or are you advanced? Type that in the chat. Come on, I'm going to participate with you guys here. This is my time as well as your time, so I take my time very valuable. So who is this guy talking on the other end, right? My name is Tiger Toledo. I am a Brooklyn, New York native, born and raised, proud of it too. You ain't never met a person more proud of where they grew up from than a person from Brooklyn. That's a fact. I'm a husband, a father. I am a show producer. For those that don't know, I have the show, The Notary War Room. Tomorrow we are flying out to Houston, Texas to interview Sherelle Evans, a.k.a. Lovely Hustle, who is a notary with Houston Notary Academy. Tomorrow we will be interviewing her at 5 p.m. Join us if you can. That's going to be really, really good. I am a 3-time best-selling author for the Rise of the Smart Notary book. Shout out to everybody that bought that book. You guys helped it get to the top 5 bestsellers. I appreciate that. And I am also a hip-hop marketing coach. That's another webinar, you guys. That's a whole different webinar. If you know, you know. So We have helped more than 3,000 notary professionals earn over $12 million collectively. This is something that I'm very, very proud of because I know the game. I know how to make money in this game. That's not a problem. I could do it for myself all day. But when you're able to take that skill and that talent and you can implement that in other notaries' businesses and they start making money, or maybe they quit a job and they decided to start a new career or whatever the case is, and they get into this game and they say, look, I'm trusting you to teach me how to get to where I'm trying to get. And you can help them get there. It is a whole different feeling. Now I know how Mother Teresa felt. I wish I just got 10% of the 12 million, dig? I should have had some equity stake in there. But just to let you guys know, you guys are in a $1 billion industry. And I'm just scratching the surface with this, but I want to show you how incredible this industry is. First of all, it's very, very ancient. This industry goes back to ancient times, actually. They found that there were notaries inscribed in the pyramids. Dig that, right? The pharaoh had a notary and shit. But in today's 21st century, the notary business has not seen this type of technology. And heck, we have not seen this type of technology, aka AI, right? AI is making a splash on to the scene today, and it's shaking up a lot of stuff. So let me just share with you a couple of ways that I'm able to tap in to the notary industry and why you are in one of the best industries out right now. One, it's a recession-proof business. There's always going to be documents that need to get notarized. Always. Always. Even if the real estate market slows down the way it's been slowing down, you still have specialty notary work that is just all over the place. So there's no shortage of specialty notary work. That's a fact. But a few of the ways that I'm able to capitalize off this industry is that, one, I have a notary agency. I started off in this game with a notary agency before I became a notary. Second, I'm a notary entrepreneur. I never claimed to be a notary public. I am a notary entrepreneur. Actually, I'm an entrepreneur who happens to be a notary public. Okay? You can create a virtual academy. As you progress in this field, you will develop expertise in certain subjects in certain sectors. That is very valuable to a lot of notaries that are in the game and have not tapped into that sector, or new notaries that haven't been in the sector before. So creating a virtual academy is incredible at this point in time, and I have one. There are events and conferences that are going on that you can, if you're a party person that like to put together parties, you can do that. Merchandise, I make merchandise for notaries. I have my notary shirts, my Run DMC notary shirts out. Book publishing, incredible industry to jump into for the notary business because there isn't a lot of notary authors out there. Coaching, if you have the temperament for it, hallelujah, praise the Lord to you. Me personally, I don't have the temperament for it. I tried it, didn't like it. So one-on-one coaching is out of the question. But group coaching, I can do that. I could definitely do that. One-on-one, nah. But it is very lucrative. You can make anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per client. Easily. Shows, as you guys know, I have the Notary War Room show. Also, we just rolled out a new show, me and Tekamaku out there in Oakland, California, called Rich Stamp, Poor Stamp. Shout out to my brother Tech. And then I'm also trying to get into the whole software business for the notary business. Because again, this business is very old. So it is very important to move with the trends or inject new technology inside of it. So how many of you guys know what a notary practitioner is, or how a notary public approaches this business? This is a diagram of how a notary public or a notary practitioner approaches the notary business. Take a good look at that. So the way most notaries approach this business, they have this one fisher net, right? They have this fisherman net. And how many fish can you really capture in that one net? Maybe one, two, if you're lucky, if they're swimming real close to each other. This is how they approach the notary business, as a one-to-one business model. They get a phone call, they get an assignment, they run it. They get a phone call, they run an assignment, they run it. You know, this is how they do it. They do it one by one. Well, I don't teach notaries that way. I teach notaries to get a net like this. Look how big that net is, you guys. Look how many fish are in that net. This is what a notary entrepreneur, this is how a notary entrepreneur would approach this business. With the technology that we have today, listen, if you guys don't see what's going on, I'm not going to beat it over your head. If you're fighting, oh, I don't want to be on social media make things. Oh, AI is going to take over the world. It's not my thing. Look, I'm not going to beat it over your head. I could care less what you do with that. But the fact is this, AI is here to stay. Big companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google are spending billions of dollars into AI. It's not going anywhere. Social media, it's media today. More people are going to social media for the latest news than they're going to their network channel, Channel 7, NBC, ABC. They go to social media first to get the latest breaking news. Social media ain't going nowhere. So understand that. Don't be afraid of change. Change is inevitable. But notary entrepreneurs will approach the notary business this way. So the person that's approaching the business this way as a practitioner versus a person that's approaching the business this way, there's a stark difference. This notary cannot compete with this notary at all, on no levels. Let's explore some of the challenges notaries are having. Tiger, how do I get high-paying clients? How do I market my business? How do I work with more title and escrow companies? I don't know how to do it. What is the best way to notarize certain documents, Tiger? Can I schedule appointments around my full-time job? That's a big one, actually. How do I price my services? This is probably the biggest out of them all. How do I price my notary services? Biggest discrepancy I've seen in the notary business since I've been in this thing since 2018. What do I say when someone calls my business? That's a very close second, because the way you answer your phone pretty much dictates how much money the client is willing to spend on your ass. How do I start a notary agency? Okay? In this new era, it is going to require new high-level skills. This new era requires new high-level skills. I just want to drop that gem with you guys. The way you were approaching the business back 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago, before AI got introduced November of last year, oh my God, it has changed. Shout out to the people that took my AI crash course February 21st. You guys know, if you were in that class, I showed you some things that blew your top off. And I showed you how to get money with AI. Okay? This is serious, man. It doesn't matter what industry you run to. Every industry is being affected by this. Very important question. You guys know I love this question right here because there's a difference, and I only teach one. I only teach one. Which one do you prefer to be? Do you want to be the Rolex notary or the Casio notary? Which one do you want to be? Type it in the chat. Tell me. Which one do you want to be? I only teach one. 6 million ways to die. Choose one. Okay. So let's look at the difference between the two. You have Rolex. What makes Rolex so valuable? They are value driven, right? They're not going to call their watches a watch. They're going to call it a timepiece. As of last year, Rolex watches did better than the real estate market as holding its value. They're exclusive. They're not for everybody, right? They're not going to be on every street corner and be like, hey, I'm for everybody. No. They're very exclusive. When you look at a Rolex, you don't look at it as a watch, as a Casio watch or a Timex watch that you're buying from Walmart. You're looking at it as an investment. You know those rappers that bezel their watches out and they put all these diamonds and all that. They actually are bringing the value down of their Rolex. The plain Jane Rolex actually keeps its value a lot longer. So those guys that are getting bust down watches, it is becoming worthless, although you're putting all those diamonds in there. It's a fact. And then they have superior craftsmanship. Now, let's look at what Casio does. Casio is affordable for everybody. Anybody and everybody could afford a Casio. All you got to do is have a couple of dollars, $20, $40. Get yourself a nice Casio. Tell the time. Heck, you might even be able to play leapfrog on the Casio. They have a wide range of styles. I mean, they have purple, maroon, green, turquoise, now later grape colors to it. It's all just an assortment. It's a bag of Skittles when it comes to Casio. Nothing exclusive, just pick a color. Pick multiple colors if you want. It's also mass produced. That means there's no rarity. There's no exclusive. There's no appointment to be made. You just walk up and then just buy it. And it's lower quality. So now let's look at it, what that would mean to a Rolex notary. When a Rolex notary answers the phone, that Rolex notary has a professional greeting. That Rolex notary doesn't just take an order over the phone. They're actually consulting the client on the other line for the best path to get their documents notarized. And even if that client cannot afford to do their services, they will recommend them to somebody that can help. The people that get a Rolex notary are getting investments done. Maybe they're getting a power of attorney, real estate documents, business transactions, proof of life, insurance claims. Superior craftsmanship. This person looks professional, answers the phone professional. Their whole business is set up professionally. It's somebody that you would feel comfortable to give your credit card number over the phone, although you never met them. Now, the Casio notary is very inexpensive. Because they're inexpensive, they don't really value the phone call as much. So if you call the Casio notary, they're going to answer the phone. Hello? Yeah. This is a notary. Yeah, how can I help you? Mm-hmm. They have a wide range of styles. They do everything. They don't specialize in nothing. Yeah, we do it all. Affidavits, just a laundry list of stuff. Don't specialize in anything. Lukewarm in everything. They're mass produced, meaning they always have free time. They always have time. They always have time to run an appointment. What time you need? Like the customer will say, yeah, what times do you have available? Oh, we're wide open. They're wide open. Like there's no appointment setting at all. There's no, we only have 3, 4, and a 6 o'clock available. No, they don't do that. They tell you they have wide open. You choose the time you want. And then there's low quality. They're going to show up to your house late. The stamp ran out of ink. They're stamping your paper like 4 or 5 times. They don't read the instructions. The paper says use blue ink. They use black. Poor attention to detail. That is the difference between a Rolex and a Casio notary. I only teach Rolex notaries. If you want to be a Casio notary, this ain't the webinar for you. I'm not the dude for you. That's why there's a huge contrast in the amount of money that the notaries that I teach versus people that are doing loan closings, printing out 300 pages and getting $65. The way I teach notaries, they're getting $150 for like 3 pages. Yeah. I'm not trying to toot my horn, but God damn it, I'm going to toot my horn. I know a couple of things, baby. I do this. One of the things that breaks my heart as DJ Khaled, they didn't believe in us. It breaks my heart seeing all these notaries on social media trying to get clients on social media. Terrible. Terrible. Let's be honest, you guys. Instagram is not a search engine. Nobody's going on Instagram saying, find me a notary near me. Hey, Facebook, looking for a power of attorney notary. Can you find me one? Facebook ain't doing that shit. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, those are not search engines. You guys are like literally wasting your time. There's a strategy for that, but not like that. How many of you guys remember MySpace? MySpace was the OGs of the social media network. They had you could put music, you could put videos, you could put all kind of stuff on MySpace. Now, let's just imagine you did get most of your work off of social media. You remember what happened to MySpace? Poof, up in smoke, gone, finito, finish. Tom had to go back to work. Now, what would happen if you went to Facebook jail or, heck, they just suspended your account or got rid of your account entirely? Because they've done it to much bigger celebrities. So don't think that it can't happen to you. What happened if they went up in smoke? All those followers that you helped accumulate, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 followers, and they just shadow ban you on social media, now you just lost 10,000 followers. The thing I need you to understand is that these are not your followers. Social media is letting you borrow their people. You know what your job is on social media as an entrepreneur? Notary Entrepreneur. Your job is to be like this eagle right here. Whatever social media platform that you go to, you're supposed to snatch them out of social media and bring them into your ecosystem. You're supposed to snatch them out of whatever social media platform they're on and drop them into your ecosystem. What ecosystem is that, Tiger, you say? You need to get an ESP. What's an ESP? An email service provider. I don't care who you use. I don't care if it's MailChimp, Aweber, ActiveCampaign, Lead Pages. I don't care. You need an ESP. They did a study that in the next few years, starting now and the next few years, the millennials who are coming right after Generation X will be checking their emails more than any other group, generation known thus far. They're going to check their email for everything. You understand that? Because guess what? When you order Chipotle, hey, your meal is ready. DoorDash will be at your door in 5 minutes. They're receiving notifications. They're buying something from Fashion Nova. They get an email saying your package will arrive at this. Millennials will be checking their email more than any other generation before them. So what does that mean to you? That gives you opportunity to market your business at an accelerated rate. You are not a notary. You are an entrepreneur who happens to be a notary. Say it with me. I am not a notary. I am an entrepreneur who happens to be a notary. Shout out to Andre Hatchett. That was probably one of the biggest gems that I got from my mentor, coach, and friend, Andre Hatchett. Game changer for me. Because when I was approaching this business, I approached it with an employee mindset. I approached it like I'm coming to get a job. 40 hours a week, put in that work, and then I get paid later. That one quote that he gave, he said, don't approach this business as a notary, approach it as a business owner, completely changed my life. From that day forth, I never approached this business that way. And I'm glad that I didn't. Some of you guys know that I call something, it's called, when it comes to lies that are circulating in the notary industry, I call it the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. How many of you guys know who Jim Jones is? And I'm not talking about Dipset. I'm talking about Jim Jones, who went to Guyana, set up a compound, was preaching the word of God. He was doing some ratchet, effed up stuff over there where the jig was up. This guy stirred up buckets full of cyanide Kool-Aid. Buckets! And he gave it to over 600 people on the compound. Little kids, mothers, women, children involved. Biggest mass murder ever. I call it the Jim Jones Kool-Aid because there are notary gurus out here that are leading notaries right down that path. They're saying, hey, come drink some of this Kool-Aid. And it's laced with cyanide. Let's go over some of these lies that they're spreading out here. The money bag is in the loan closings only. That's the only way you're going to make six figures, the $10,000 a month. That's the only way you're going to do it. You got to do loan closings. Go ahead and take a sip. There's no money in private notarizations. No, you're not going to make no money over there. We even call it general notary work. What do you want to do? Do general notary work? You want to be a bottom feeder or something? Ooh, you want a straw with that Jim Jones Kool-Aid? Being an NSA, notary signing agent, is the only way to make six figures in the notary industry. How about doing a shot of tequila with this Jim Jones Kool-Aid? I have to do assignments for cheap pay to gain experience first. Wow. Go ahead, drink up. People won't agree to pay high prices. I can't do this business. I have a full-time job. Have you heard of any of these circulating the notary industry as of lately or as of years ago? If you have, and your favorite guru have been saying this, guess what? Your boy Tiger's taking shots at them. I'm calling them Jim Jones. Some of them are even called Jane Jones because we got some women out here doing the same thing. I can only do notarizations in the state that I'm commissioned in. No, that's a lie. I need a marketing degree to be good in marketing. I can only make six figures if I run every single appointment. And the lie detector have determined that was a lie. Making $100,000 a year is not realistic. It's expensive to start a notary agency. Making passive income in a notary business is not possible. Good job. Let me see if you finished that whole cup. You good? All right. What? What's that? Feeling a little sleepy? Go ahead. Just come lay over here. You'll wake up shortly. On the other side. 4 major categories every notary must know. I need you guys to get your phones ready, get ready to play. Hit Command-Shift-4 if you're on an Apple computer so you can screenshot this. All right? 4 major categories every notary must know. Go ahead, take a picture of that. Take a picture of that. In my years of being here, in this notary sector, because I went in here on a mission. I came in this business because I was on a mission. And I broke it down in 4 categories. The first category is specialty notary work, which is my favorite. It's probably the most lucrative of them all. This is where we could do an affidavit. Right? These are personal documents that have to do with the individual or family. Affidavit, last will and testament, affirmation, trust packages. Gotta love the trust packages. No broke people get trust packages or wills, by the way. Power of attorney. Oh, power of attorney is just my favorite. It's just pineapple cake, with the cherry, with the Manny Sherry's cherry in there. It's just the best. Guardianship, divorce, cremation. Divorce couples, I charge them extra and shit because I want to see you work it out. I actually charge them extra and shit. Oh, you getting a divorce? Well, I bump up the price. Real estate, we should all know what the real estate documents are. You know what I mean? Transfer of death instrument, loan closings, loan modifications, refi, anything that has to do with real estate. Then this is a category that gets overlooked a lot. It gets overlooked a lot. I wish more people would dive in deeper into this because it is lucrative. Business documents. This is when you're going to do DBAs, government contracts, liquor license, partnerships, dissolutions, apostille, fingerprinting, and I-9s. I-9s are very lucrative, you guys. And then you go into financial documents. This is after specialty, financial is my favorite. Specialty is my number one. Then it's financial. Then I'll go into business as a third. Real estate is like my least favorite because they require so damn much for so little pay. But anyway, financial documents would be like settlement claims, insurance, proof of life. Shout out to the ones that chose to specialize in proof of life. That is recurring money for you every year. Lawsuits, disbursement, promissory notes, financial loans. Those are the 4 categories. So when somebody calls you and says, hey, I'm looking to do a partnership agreement, you know that falls under the business category. And if it falls under the business category, what is your minimum? You should have a minimum. Each category should have a minimum. You don't go less than this. This is what I call setting up your guardrail. When it comes to financial documents and somebody says, oh, I have a proof of life, what is your minimum? Do you have a minimum? Or are you just pulling prices out your ass? Specialty documents. I have an affidavit. In my company, our minimum is $129.97. We are not leaving the house. I'm not dispatching a notary nothing less than $129.97. We're just not. And that's for 1 page. I know people that are doing 600-page refis, ain't even getting that. Yeah, I need to take my damn class. That's what you need to do. Stop drinking that Kool-Aid. So let's go over the top 3 ways to cash flow your notary business. Number 1 should be pretty self-explanatory. If you don't invest in yourself, how do you want people to invest in you? You never took the time out to get a business line. You never took the time out to build your website. You never took the time out to get some business cards. You didn't even take the time out to take some courses so you know how to notarize certain documents correctly. If you don't invest in yourself, how do you expect people to spend top dollar on you? You got to attend trainings, workshops, courses, conferences, etc. Now, if you really want to accelerate your learning curve, hire a coach. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hire a coach and watch how quickly you grow. Watch how quickly you grow. But if you can't afford to get a coach, go ahead, do that.
Thanks for watching. I hope you got a lot from it. Don't forget to click the link below for my special discounted price. Thanks for watching. I hope you got a lot from it. Don't forget to click the link below for my special discounted price.